So for new viewers, A is 1, first letter in the alphabet, B is 2, C is 3, and for my seasoned viewers, you know that already. So welcome to the party, folks. Welcome existing loyal friends and family from a long time, and welcome to the new ones. And the new ones, if they're genuine, I've got a great team here that can help with your learning with the numbers. Let's see, are we going to be censored on this? Hopefully not. Let's see who's in the chat. We're 282 days in. 282 comes to Trump National Bedminster, which is the golf course that he bought from John DeLorean, the property, and he's got it now as a golf course. John DeLorean, of course, Back to the Future. Stacy, Mariano, Cheryl, Glynis, S. Cox, Nancy, The Heritage, Deborah. Good to see you all. Andrew. Matthew. Susan. Elizabeth. Elizabeth is 88. Trump. T-R-U-M-P. Trump. Which Trump has a birthday today. It's in the title. It's Ivanka's birthday. So happy birthday to the beautiful Ivanka. It all started with Ivanka. It all started with Ivanka. '93 in the chat. 93 is Bushnell. Flotus 93. We're in the Netherlands. Yeah, you've said about that before. We're in the Netherlands is the sinkhole. Sinkhole's 93 as well. Southeast Missouri. Okay. Anima. Hit the like button and the hype button if you would. That would be great. Thank you. So let's get into the show. So it's the 303rd day of the year. Actually, from January 1st, that's 303. That's Ivanka's day of her birthday, October 30th. The Q post talking about Hillary being arrested. We haven't seen anything on that yet. Maybe they were just letting everybody know that it actually took place behind the scenes on that day. We've seen video footage of when she was arrested, and the clone kind of broke down. And but then another one that was lining up for today is that President Trump is in China and South Korea, and Q's asking us why is that significant, the timing of that. So I guess, as with all of it, we'll find out as we go through the journey, as we go through everything. Bear with me a second. Let's have a look here. Who's here? Let's have a look. Okay. Give us a thumbs up if you're in the chat. I might give you a shout out. Okay. Right. Okay. 162. So 162 in the chat. It was the 162nd day of the year when I met Ivanka in Manhattan. Manhattan in numbers comes to the word numbers. 92. Sneakers, the film Sneakers with Robert Redford in, is 92, and Reverse is 92. Reserve is 92. So President Trump and the team have been moving the financial reserve all over the place when they need to. Excuse me. I had an apple earlier, which is lovely. Apple, if I remember right, is 50. America, Paul, Eileen, Donald fight. The Big Apple. So it happened in the Big Apple. I met Ivanka there. And so she's a big part of the numbers, massive part of the numbers. She activated me. I had little echoes of the numbers. Well, I say it, no, I didn't really. I'd always connected the dots on things. But when I met her, something happened with the numbers. So we're on 205 in the chat. 205, the 205th Q post, has a picture of Ivanka. And it makes reference to the triumvirate. I tweeted it, but you can have a look at it there. Yeah, we have to keep our energy clean. We have to keep our energy clean. I like to do that with my halo. Here we go, look. So you can do stuff with your chakras. I'm going to put that on. I like a nice clean energy. Links are below. And also the Hiway. A lot of you have got the halo already, but the Hiway is the healing wearable. People are getting that. Links are below for that. So that's the top link. Don't know. I hope he's just central casting. I think he's central casting. Well, he is central casting, but they're probably not even really a couple. I would have thought. That would be my impression. Even though they're doing the whole thing. Hey, Brandy. Hey, Glennis. Yeah, you agree. Yeah, I would say so. I would say that's what it is. Yep, tone the body. Elvis, Paris. There you go. Oh, Parisi. So Ivanka did those set of pictures, didn't she, on the Eiffel Tower? I've been on the Eiffel Tower a couple of times at least, maybe 2 or 3 times. And she was doing comms basically about time travel. The Ingersoll Lockwood time travel series. So are the Trumps time travelers? Yes, they are. And what is time travel? Is time travel actually physically going back in time? That's what it would appear. But also, could it be, and I'm not saying it's one or t'other, but it could be that time travel is tuning into the frequency of that reality. So if everything is past, present, and future, which it is, even though we think things are linear, when you're able to tune into the frequency of that time period, then you can manifest and live in that reality at that time. And so there's the multiverse. They brought that into consciousness, haven't they, into the public awareness. But when you tune in, the frequency is 114. History is 114. Trump card is 114. It's a large number, 114. But when you tune into that frequency, that reality appears, or you're able to move into that. And so it's a great way to hide. It's a great way to do things. It's a great way to escape the nonsense of this frequency. But the frequencies are blending, so that's why we experience wonderful things here, but also maybe not so good. But could it be that time travel is tuning into a frequency, and through the frequency you manifest and you appear and become part of that reality in that frequency, just like the radio channels. So you could have thousands, millions of different frequencies for radio stations, and you don't know they're there until you tune in. And the same thing I feel is doable with dimensions and with the realities, and also tied into the time travel. So everything, so 1955, for example, in Back to the Future, that time reference exists just kind of here, just kind of before us, or behind, wherever around us. But when you tune into it, then you're able to get in there. They even showed that in Back to the Future 2 when they tuned into the radio station, and were listening to the scores for the football game, the American football game, and it ended up being 1917, but that was a reference to JFK 1917, but they tuned into it. And so that's a way that I feel that time travel is doable. The question is, how do you tune in such a way that you actually enter that frequency, into that realm, into that reality? So that's something I'd like to know and be able to do, and I think that's coming. Things like Star Trek give disclosure on that. They show that, and so yeah, time travel. The Baron Trump time travel book series, Ingersoll Lockwood. That I haven't read those yet. I'd like to. Has anyone read them? Cloud Atlas. I was thinking about that earlier on. I've not seen Cloud Atlas, I don't believe, Matthew. Can you tell me what the film is about? But it seems poignant right now because of Atlas. And Cloud Atlas apparently was released on October 26th again, which is the date of time traveling Back to the Future. Interstellar was released on October 26th. Terminator, the first one, was released on October 26th. So tuning in frequencies. Frequency. .383, nice. So something happened, an anomaly, a beautifully designed anomaly. I went to Manhattan in 2015. It was a few days after my cousin Paul had died. I talk about Paul a lot. Some people understand why I mention him and others maybe don't, but just for clarity, in case it's not clear, I was close to my cousin Paul. We were kind of almost like brothers in many ways. I hadn't seen him for a long time. He wasn't particularly well the last few years of his life, but I saw him the year before he died, and he was a gentle giant. He was a genius. He was a computer programmer. He was about 6'3" tall. There's many resemblances to him and Baron Trump, facially, physically. I did a comparison of the two of them a while ago. If you look on my Twitter feed and then on my Telegram and TikTok. Sorry, not Telegram, TikTok and Instagram, you'll see. But lo and behold, I got a call that he'd died. And the day I found out about that was the day that I also met my friend, Checkmate, I call her. She was from Czechoslovakia, is from Czechoslovakia. And her birthday is October 19th, same as Michael Gambon, October 19th. And I felt that the Swan event was all happening from then. And October 19th, the numbers comes to 192, Ivanka Marie Trump. So there was all these important numbers, important characters, important people that I met all around the same time period. And in the Sonny Hayes film, the F1 film, it shows that the Swan, some reports show that the Swan with the Amazon, the blackout, started at 11:56 p.m. And Sonny Hayes gets out of his trailer to go and start his race. And the timestamp comes up on the film at 11:56 p.m. So it shows that we're on time, on track. But then I got the call that Paul had passed, and there was a storm that day. But I only found out that night. So he died on the 31st of May, 2015. Interesting enough, the Hungarian president, Viktor Orban is his birthday's May 31st, 1963. So a few months before JFK. But I actually went to a guy called David Gold. David Gold used to be the owner of the football club West Ham. And he was a businessman. And I went to his home to interview him, actually. And I was with him for the best part of 3 hours or so doing this interview. But it had been delayed because there was a storm. All the trains had been delayed, so there was a storm that had occurred. But I got to his place in Whiteleaf, and he had a helicopter out on the lawn and nice house, and interviewed him. And then I eventually got back home. It took a while to get back into London, and then my phone had died, and then I bumped into my friend from Czech. We first met there. We swapped numbers, etc., and we met up a couple of days later. But then I got home, charged my phone, texted with her, and then later that night I get a call. So this is June 2nd, so this is a couple of days after Paul's gone. And I get a call from my dad that night saying that Paul had died, which obviously was a massive shock. And then 9 days later, I bump into Ivanka Trump on June 11th in Manhattan, so I go there on the 9th. Get there the evening of the 9th. There's a delay on the flight. I had to get a rescheduled flight because I'd missed the first one. I wasn't there, and it was a delay, or I'd got there delayed, and wasn't enough time to get on so I had to get another one, pay an extra fee, get there. Got there about an hour and a half later on another flight. Anyway, I get into New York, go and stay with my friend. Well, no, that was later in the week, so I went and stayed at the Lexington. And then we had the function, and it was a soccer fundraiser. And was I there how many nights was I there? 1 or 2? I either got there in on the 9th, and the event was on the 9th, or the 10th. What was it? I think the event was on the 10th. Oh, I know what yeah, I think that's what it was. I think I arrived, stayed with my friend Chris in Queens that first night, because it was, yeah, that's what it was, because he picked me up. I remember it was delayed. Picked me up, stayed that night. Then I went into Manhattan, had the function that evening on the following day on the 10th with all the footballers. So I met people like Gus Poyet, became friends with Gus. Robbie Fowler was there. Schmeichel, I met Schmeichel, got to know him a bit. Raul from Madrid was there, and anyway, it was a great evening. And the football manager that gave me the shirts for Genk, I got the shirts from him, and that's when me and my friend Czech, a few days before that, had got the shirts, because we'd met a few days before, got the football shirts, and then I took the shirts over and with others, had a whole bunch of them for the auction. So that was on the 10th in the YMCA. I hadn't even thought about this. This is amazing, recapping all this. It was in the YMCA building on I guess Park Avenue. Yeah, next to the park. It was the YMCA building. I didn't know that would be significant in the timeline now. So we had the fundraiser, the football fundraiser, Captain's Knock, it was called. And that was a great evening. Stayed in the Lexington that night. And then the following day, yeah, I'm in Manhattan, and that's when I bump into Ivanka, and I get the photograph with her. And the day of the week that occurred, well, the date was June 11th. I think it was a Thursday, if I remember rightly. It was June 11th. June 11th is 141, Tom Bushnell. Quantum Leap 141. Happened on the 162nd day of the year. Day is 30, so if you do day 162, it comes to 192, which is Ivanka Marie Trump. And then the photograph behind us, and if I put it up on Twitter again just now, you'll see there's a 55 just over Ivanka's shoulder behind us on the Delmonico Plaza. Delmonico is 146 in numbers, Ivanka Trump. We got 350 in the chat, everything everywhere all at once. There you go. And then that's the photo was snapped in time, and the photo that you actually see has got 88% battery, because I'd actually sent it to my friend Checkmate back in England. She got the picture of me and Ivanka, and when I screenshot it at the time, the picture that you actually get is the one that from her account is the one that I've kept and I use. But there's an 88% in there, so an 88 Trump. But I didn't know this at the time, but 88% is 169, which is Thomas Bushnell, Great Awakening, or The Great Awakening, 169, Trump Tower, 169, and then it's also my friend, Checkmate's her full name, 169. And her birthday, like I said, is October 19th. And October 19th in numbers comes to 192, which is Ivanka Marie Trump. And Michael Gambon's birthday is 192. John Lithgow in Interstellar, his birthday is 192, which is October 19th. And he's called Donald in the film. This is how the numbers work, folks, you see. And we got 153 in the chat, thumbs up, which is Interstellar. There you go, and I just said Interstellar. So that's how it works, folks. You know how this works. And it's beautiful. And the word beautiful is 97, which is hurricane, 97. Crypto, 97. Blockchain, 97. October 19, 97. And then Ivanka is XRP, 58. Hey, Stephen. There you go, folks. There you go. There you go. How you doing? Anyway, so that's, yeah, so YMCA, that's a new piece of the puzzle because I hadn't gone through it like that. So thanks for coming on the journey with me on that, recapping those events. And, yeah, YMCA building in Manhattan. Yeah. Does Vinci Code equal that? Okay. We had 157, just thumbs up then. Now it's 158, which you remember. Ivanka Time Machine 158. But 157 is The Simpsons, and there's a lot of these videos about The Simpsons. A lot of them look like they're kind of created, but I guess there are some. I catch The Simpsons when I do, but I don't know it like religiously at all. But they're saying something about an internet blackout today around America and the world, but I don't know if that's real. Or maybe it was on a timeline. That's the other thing. Maybe it was on another timeline. It looks like it's an AI version, but I don't know, it keeps us on our toes. Yeah, Hypnotic November. Yeah, I did a course in sports hypnosis years ago. I was certified as that, qualified. Haven't used it for years, but yeah, I enjoyed learning about it. Let's go, baby. There you go. So it's there you go. Thumbs up for Tom. But yeah, future proves past. Future proves past. President Trump retruth something, didn't he, today about Q+. So again, one of these lovely images that Patriots have created. And then the Trump team retruth it, and it's got Q+. So that's a marker on that Trump's out in China with Xi, which brings it back around to the Q proof, the Q post from back 8 years ago, October 30th, which is Ivanka's birthday. Yeah. It's amazing how it all works. Future proves past, 242. Is that what it is? Okay, that's very cool. I saw some numbers for 242 earlier today. What would that have been? I think that was, I think that might be, it might be Ivanka, it might be beautiful Ivanka birthday, because birthday is 87, Stella, Truth, Sonny, as in Sonny Hayes. Hayes is 58, Ivanka, XRP. Hey Robin, thank you. Thanks for tuning in, I appreciate that. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. And we have to claim we have to protect ourselves, our energy. We don't consent to anything that comes in that is no good. We just discard it, block it, get rid of it. And eventually they'll stop, which will be very soon. '171 in the chat. A bolt of lightning, the revaluation, some other people's names. Hey Diane. Was that Sue just before? Rebecca. Yeah, hey Rebecca, yeah. You remember Ivanka and me, yeah. That's how it all works. That's how it all works. Okay. You know what I'm going to do, folks, actually? Do you remember my other channel, the Tom Numbers Show? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over there in 2 minutes and just continue the broadcast there. It'll give us a chance to repump, get the blood going energetically through my other channel, the Tom Numbers Show. So that's the purple one. So if you haven't subscribed to it yet, go over there now. I'm going to carry on the broadcast over there. So come and join me. I'll be there in 2 minutes. Hey, Stephen. So yeah, so if you type on YouTube, the Tom Numbers Show, so that's my second YouTube channel. It's got about 33,000 followers. That's the one that was taken down, but it came back. So we just got to kind of get it going again. But you can find links if you'll see it. It's me, but it's purple instead of Psych Club, which is pink and purple, pink and black. It's purple and black. So I'll be going over there. So cool. I will see you in a second. So everyone that's in the chat now, come over and we're going to continue. I'll be doing the live there. So come over. All right. I'll see you in a second. Take care. Bye.